Welcome to the Healing Guide TV. I'm Carol Serby. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am so privileged to be able to share this information with you. As an energy expert and master matrix energy healer at the Healing Guide, I see people all the time that are struggling in maintaining and keeping their energy balanced and centered and even understanding what energy is. And I am so grateful to be able to provide this information to you to give you a basic understanding of how easy it is to start to incorporate energy work into your everyday life. Today we are talking about your brow chakra. This is one of, I think in this series, I think we have like 14 videos on the brow chakra. Wow, there's a ton of information to be shared. Now, if you don't know where your brow chakra is, it is right up in here. And we have the feeling center out in the front and we have the will center out in the back. We actually did a whole video on describing the essence of the feeling and the will center. I'll provide a link for that so you can go back and have a look at it. Brow chakra basics. The brow chakra is related to the sight and intuition. This chakra allows us to stay out of petty situations and squabbles unless we want to get involved. The problem with this chakra is that it can be open and well functioning even when other chakras are not. When this chakra is closed, much like the foot chakra, it can leave you feeling directionless, lost, confused, afraid, and here's a big one for some of us, abandoned. To top this off, you may get overly involved in squabbles and fights and other people's business, where most other people have a tendency to spend a majority of their lives there. If that resonates with you, know that that's your brow chakra. Know that that's your intuition. You're so busy, or that you're holding out your intuition. You're so busy in your mental mind that you're not even paying attention to the bigger picture. Okay, that's a great thing about intuition is if we just take that breath and sit back to watch the squabble, you'll get intuitive hits as to what the real reason is behind the squabble. Once you understand the real reason, then you're in the position of power isn't quite the word I want, but you're in the position to be able to assist settling down that energy in the squabble. And that's what we really want to do for mankind. We want to take them from up here to centered, balanced, within themselves, holy and whole. This chakra will close as we start to see the world through adult eyes and think that we have to perform every task from a logical standpoint. As a matter of fact, in my 40s, I am now moving away from the logical standpoint and moving more towards in my intuition, moving more towards how my body feels and is reacting to my thoughts, feelings, emotions, and where I want to go, rather than my mental mind, because I'm starting to realize that, you know, the universe is all linked, everything is all linked, and by me putting the feelings and emotions of what I want out there, it's starting to bounce off everything, and and things are starting to come back to me now. So it's proven itself as a manifesting ability for me, and I hope that I've created enough trust with you and I've provided you enough value in the information that I've been putting out there, that you are looking to me as a trusted advisor. And I don't say these things lightly. It is an actual happening for me. So I wish that for you as well. An open brow chakra is essential for living a joyous and wondrous life full of amazing circumstances and synchronicities, which is exactly what I was just talking about. Talking about synchronicities, there's a beautiful blue heron that just flew right by my window. Thank you very much. An open brow chakra directs you in living your purpose to the max, knowing that you always know what to do next. You are very fair and avoid judgment. How many times have you been in a situation and that's all you hear from somebody? Maybe you're talking in a group of friends or a group of family, and I find that I'm really sensitive to this right now. people will be talking, and they'll be talking about the economics, or they'll be talking about the school, or they'll be talking about whatever. And all I hear is judgment, 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 judgment. And I'm like, shut up! Because, you know, when you judge things, you too shall be judged. And it comes back to you. And it's just, it's a judgment. It's not a knowing. You don't know that. You just think you know that. And it's driving me crazy right now. But less about me and more about you. You live a peaceful life and you avoid drama. Again, the judgment, it goes hand in hand with the drama. Stop the judgment, the drama will settle down. It assists you in feeling calm, secure, and provide for you while you work towards claiming your goals in life. Notice I said claiming and not waiting for. Okay? When you set goals and you put your intentions out to the universe will help to clear the path for you, but it doesn't very often take it and just drop it right in your lap. It clears the path so you can get up off your ass and go out there and claim it for yourself. Okay, sometimes it does drop it in your ass or on your lap, and that's great. But most of the times you have to go out and claim it. Visualization is a good way to open up your brow chakra. Visualization and meditation, two of the best ways to open up your brow chakra. Also, I have a program called The Pulse of She. I'll provide a link to it below. When you talk about a good way to open up all your chakras, the very first module in my Pulse of She workshop, it's under the Power of She workshop series. It's a series of 4. The very first one is about your body-mind connection. So even if you're trying meditation and visualization and you're still not feeling as though your brow chakra is really starting to open up, that program is about really quick, easy centering exercises that will help you open up all your chakra centers. And the very first one is the body-mind connection, which has worked absolute miracles for me. This one little system, this one little process, it's so easy. Like, you don't even have to, well, you do have to think about it, but it's not meditation, it's not visualization, it's just posture. And I go through a couple of little posture corrections with you and a couple of things that you can do in your posture. So posture, you can address while you're in a lineup. You can address it while you're sitting at your desk. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to breathe deep. You don't have to do any of this stuff. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do out there that will help you center and balance your chakra systems. So your chakras are lined up. They're basically one on top of another. And if you're not feeling it in your brow chakra, chances are you've got a misalignment in these chakra centers somewhere. So my very first module, that's exactly what we address. And I am so passionate about what I am teaching in the Pulse of She. So getting back to the brow chakra. A closed brow chakra will also cause headaches and dizziness. These are signals the energy in the brow chakra is pooling in that center and needs to be moved out or released. We did in one of my last videos, we did the pressure points on the brow. That's a good way to start to bring blood flow into the head and start to move out some of this pooling. Oh, here we go. The good way to avoid these headaches is to trust in your intuition. A lot of people ask me, Carol, what is the intuition? How do you hear? Like, how does it come to you? So you have to think about this, okay? You know when somebody asks you a question, okay? What time is so-and-so coming over? And you have a thought. But instead of listening to that thought, you push that thought aside and you say, oh, so-and-so said that they're going to be over at 5 o'clock. But your intuition said that they're going to be over at 4:45. Or they're going to be over at 5:15. Okay? That's the way the intuition works. It's the thought you had before you even have a thought. Because that thought, that first thought you have, that's your intuition. And so many of us are used to having our mental mind take that thought and push it out of the way and know what we know, because aren't we all just smart, and aren't we all just mentally clear, and aren't we all just know-it-alls? We'll say what we were told, as opposed to listening to what our inner self says. And you know, once you start to pay attention to that intuition, you will realize how much more accurate you are. So you will find that the guests will show up, not at 5 o'clock like they said, but they will be there at 5:15, or they will be there at 4:45, which is that thought before you had the thought. Okay? So it takes a little bit of practice. So when somebody asks you a question, this is a really good time to do it. When somebody asks you a question and you go to give an answer, go ahead, go through that process, give the answer, but then stop. Have enough discipline to stop and think, did I have a thought before the thought I had, which I gave the answer? Okay, so just think about that. It's a little bit to wrap your head around, but the key is to stop and reflect. Once you start to realize that you're having these thoughts before your thoughts, then you'll be in a better position to be able to kick in to the intuitive thought as opposed to the mental thought. Okay? Clear as mud? Okay. I trust that you understand what I'm getting to. If you don't, shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do about clarifying that. Okay? Don't be afraid to explore and see where your intuition takes you. If you're going into a new environment or a new situation, ask yourself. Take a few minutes that morning before you leave. Maybe you're starting a new job. Take a few minutes and ask yourself, okay, intuition. My intuition's kicking in. I can feel it. What is this going to be like? And just wait. The idea is to not have a thought about it. Wait for the thoughts to come to you. Okay? You want to wait. And for me, my intuitive thoughts come more this direction, where my mental thoughts come more that direction. So from my brain and almost out my mouth, but out through the center of my head, where my intuitive thoughts, I always feel come more from here. And you sit and you wait for them and you allow them to come to form, as opposed to your mental brain just putting everything together and spewing out a sentence that makes sense to the next person. Okay, so have some fun with that. Give it a try. Like I say, if you're going into a new situation, you don't know really what to expect, try it, see what your intuition says, and then see if there's any proof in the pudding, so to speak, anything that happens during the day that really backs that up. You can always allow your logical mind to take over at any point, but what is the harm in trying a little experiment? When you're finding you're doubting what is showing up in your intuition, look at everything as an experiment. The great thing about this technique is it opens up your power and control over the situation, because it gives you permission to try something new and different. Whereas your logical mind, your mental mind is saying, no, you have to do it this way. No, you should do it that way. No, you should do it that way. And that's your limiting beliefs. That's your parents' parenting. That's your boss's reprimand talking. It's all based on past experiences. Just open up and just allow yourself to say, what if? What if I let myself just create this? Like I say, you can always go back and let the logical mind take over, and you can change what you've done if you want. But chances are you're going to look at what you've created and you're going to go, wow. It has a real wow factor. And when you really submit to your intuition, things come through you that you never thought that you would be capable of. It is absolutely astounding and amazing. Like I said, your logical mind can take over at any time. you may start to feel uncomfortable with the experiment. Just be sure that you don't chicken out too early and you give the experiment time to work. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope that I've provided some valuable information on the brow chakra basics and a little bit about how chakras line up and how they should work. I am so grateful to be able to share this information with you. If you think that it's of value and you would like to share it with some of your friends, I would gratefully appreciate it. I have lots of sharing buttons around. You can pick whichever one and send it off to your friends and family. In the meantime, have fun with your brow chakra. Check out some of the other videos I have on all the chakras, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.